Hey, and welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to show you an experiment I have done with the Scout movement recently, where I introduced the Scouts and high school students to vibe coding and programming. Today I will show you the program that I have done, and I will give you a short explanation of the experiment that we have done with that. So if you are not aware of the Scout movement, just like the youth movement for people, that will allow them to be good citizens and leaders in their communities. To start with, I have written a blog about this, and you can see the blog in the comments below if you don't want to watch the full video. But like in the video, we will go through the programs and the projects that they have done. So here is just like a few pictures from the event and what we have done here. So to start with the experiment that we had hosted with them, it was to introduce, as I mentioned, to introduce scouts to programming. And the struggle here is that the community that we are working with is kind of away from technology, and we need to introduce it to them. So to do that, we had like few courses outside of the labs at the beginning. Then we went to the lab, and that courses that we had, or like the lessons we had outside the lab, it was just like an introduction about programming, an introduction about AI, how they can learn from AI, and what's kind of the foundation of AI and statistics behind it, or the math behind it as well. Then we had like a short talk about how they can find a problem in their community and how they can work on that problem to uh, use AI and use vibe coding to create a solution for that program or that problem. So to go with the projects that they have done, you can see here we have this workshop showcase that you can see all the programs that they have done. So I already opened a few of them here, and you can just like go and experience them. At the beginning we have this, I think he is Bilal, who created a sniper arena where I think you will play with like kind of arcade game that it's super fast, which could be improved, but like this kind of games that we used to play when we were children, that you have something that you will attack and you will, okay, here, like it's super fast. Like the idea of the game is super great, and the design is great. I just need to mention that we used Replit since it sponsored the whole event, and all the projects that we have done was with Replit. So the second project that we have here is the Anatomy Explorer by Bilal as well. Okay, here is it. So they made something to explore human body. I think they wanted to have uh, human body exploration and stuff about that. That design looks cool, but the idea here is and the idea is super interesting as well. The thing that I think it's missing here is the design. So I think here they used WebGL, and Replit couldn't find the great design for human body. But I think if you look online for some kind of WebGL and 3D models, you might find something that you can use here instead of this um, super simple design. And then we have, okay, we have another human anatomy. Here's another experience that they had. So we have the back and front of human, and you can see the kind of um, medical information about the body and what they can do with it. So yeah, it's super interesting. I like the idea, but like I think if there was kind of a great WebGL design out there, they can use it for this project, and it will be look super awesome. Let's see WebGL models. I think here, okay, you can find something from SketchLab, human anatomy. Okay, here we have a human anatomy. That's a good one. I think they could have installed such a thing and used this to show the organs and the body inside the human. So yeah, this looks super cool. And then we have like the Morse code games. Okay, so for the design that we have right here, or the workshop that we hosted, we had like two kind of stuff that asked the students to do. So it was like creative programming, so they could do anything they want, and we had the Morse code programming, where they made a Morse code translator. So the main idea here is like to see how they can be creative and how they can do a simple like task, and we could see the different results for that. As for the Morse code, I think I will explore them all together at the big end of this, but like then we'll be able to see the difference between them. But like right now I will go back to the creative stuff. Here I think they had parkour power. This didn't work because of the password stuff. We should have already told them. I didn't tell them about that, but like we should have told them about not using login stuff so we could test that. Then we have someone who made that website to, is it multiple language? No, it's just one language, to explore blogs and stuff like that. I think he is interested in programming, and technology in general. So they just like made a website to show their blogs and what stuff they liked. Then here we have Morse code again. I will just like take it here. Then we have this one, which is like I think it's super interesting. The embedded systems. Okay, let me see if there's translation. There is English. Okay, so here's the embedded systems that he showed all the systems that they have and some kind of explanation and design about the system that they have here. So here is Raspberry Pi 5 with the design and the tools and comparison of that, which is super awesome. Okay, here you can see the comparison of two systems that they have. You can see some kind of projects to do and work on them. The guy behind this, he's super interested in embedded systems, and he's not like, he's familiar with embedded systems and Raspberry Pi, but like he doesn't like programming. I don't remember if he liked programming, but like he didn't do a website. He just like focused on embedded systems. So he did this to help himself with the work that he likes the most, which is like super interesting here again, because as I mentioned, it's high school and middle school students in Turkey from like disadvantaged background, which is like interesting to see what they can do. Here you can see the website, which is super interesting. I think I don't have any idea to like, actually it looks great. I think just like the boards, since it was made super fast with AI, it doesn't show the Raspberry Pi boards, so he could have like some kind of boards imported from somewhere. Then we have here, like the whole system is broken. I like the idea, I like the colors, but like I think if they put some more time on it to it would have like great results. You could have something fully working. Here's the Morse code, I will leave it for later. Here's another car game. Okay, this is super simple one where, okay, it doesn't work, where you are supposed to park in between of this area here, but like it still needs some kind of development, I think. Here it is. Okay, you won, you have the next and stuff like that. Here we have Morse code again, we'll leave it later. Here we have Apex Racer, I think. Okay, here's the other car guy. Who is this? Let me see. The car park, the park here. Okay, so it's two different people who did the cars, but like I think they were sitting beside each other. So here's the car. The design is broken. The whole stuff is broken, but like I like the design in general. The car design is broken. You can't go back. But yeah, I think this could be improved. Here we have, okay, this is an interesting one. So since we allowed them to do anything creative, and we are from the Scout, someone has made a Scout Survivor app, which let's explore it here. So in this app, as far as I remember, it showed some kind of badges that you can take, some kind of hit the app, and like what kind of stuff that you need to in the camp and to do. So let me go up there. Yeah, here it is. So here you can see that they have the base camp, the kitchen stuff that you need, and survivor or badges that you have taken. So which is like super nice to think about something that they can use in their real life and in their programs in the scouts. So here it is, which is like, I feel like super cool. It's basic app, but like if they can use it in the scout and if it's helpful for them, then it's super awesome. Like by using them in the scouts, I mean as like the scout himself who made the app. Yeah, here is the scout survival app. Then we can go and continue. So someone we has here who made an action game. Yeah, this game is kind of I think it looks like Roblox, or let me go here, or Minecraft. So you just like move around, have people fight, whatever, and then you can collect your stuff. I like the design, I like the idea. It's super basic right now, but again, it could be improved. As I mentioned, that some of the people who are, I think the one who made this one as well, didn't have any experience before with vibe coding programming or whatever. Here, then we have, okay, we have another one who made like something about the future, another blog where they talk about technology, space, and what stuff that they like. Then we can go, I think, with the Morse code stuff. So here we have this one of the most interesting stuff about Morse code. This guy made mahjong guy kind game where you can see, you need to solve the mahjong game and know the you will learn about Morse code as well. So as I mentioned, we had like the creative project that they made before, and then we have this kind of Morse code program that they need to do. So as for this one, I think we can, let's see if we have a hint. Yeah, we have the G here. Okay, and it has the sound as well. With this one, no move left. Let's see another one. Yeah, I need to see hint. This one and this one. It worked. I think there is another thing that we can use, and I like how it will give you the Morse code sound as well, so you can get used to that. Okay, that's cool, and you can play with this. You have another game, you have the reference, and you have language as well. I think it's cool. You could have the training mode as well. Yeah, okay, the training mode that will tell you the sound, and then you need to find the word or the letter for it, which is super awesome. I think it could be improved in terms of like having more hands, having like some kind of levels, easy, medium, hard, or whatever. Then we have another one here who made a game. Oh, okay, here they will give you the game, and then you need to write the Morse code, and then you need to write the word. And here you can have the letters, or you can have the translator here directly. So you can write something in Arabic, Turkish, English, and you will have the source code, the Morse code of it. Here we have another one from Morse code. So you have the input, then you have the output. Okay, here it's creative. I think they made this kind of they made this kind of, let's say, or the clicker for Morse code, so you can like have that, which is super nice. I think the design of this could be improved and have something more real. So yeah, here we have another Morse code mobile phone. So let me see, here is the mobile. Let's go back, remove this, go Expo Go. This is Morse code translator, this one. We'll go back to it later. Yeah, we have two. Here, what we have the Morse code, we have word per minutes, we have play sounds. Okay, here it's playing the SOS. You can write in English, or I think you can use translate as well, or Spanish, yeah, whatever. And then you will have translating it. Or you can go, okay, you can go the other way. So you have the Morse code, the English, and you can, this is not working. You can like have the tab, so you can tab and hold to write the Morse code. This is interesting. I like how that like from all the group we have, there are just like two or three who made the mobile apps, but like the other people just like made um, the websites. So here, and some of them made like games as well, as you see. Here we have another one, which is like exploring Morse code translator with like you just read, write it, and you just get the Morse code, which is super simple. I think this looks cool as well, but like here you can see like the difference between people. So the colors, since we already just like told them to do something related to Morse code, we didn't like limit the scouts with anything they need to do. So they just like found some ways to do the stuff they want. So some of them choose this kind of white-ish color, and another one just like as you see, they had a black color. So here you can see the how people can get creative and do whatever they want when they want. So here is the other one, the last one I think, which you have um, Morse code translator, and you have some kind of history, which is kind of educational way, which is I like it. It's super interesting because like I think, oh, okay, I played with this here. Here you can just like have this to write whatever you want, and then you will have the stuff that you want here. So yeah, here you have the words, you can run it and see that, and you can work on it. Okay, so this is the project that we made in the Scout group, and I think like the idea here is showing what kind of children can do. As you can see here in the pictures, like the people who did that was kind of middle school, high school, as I mentioned, mostly middle school students who didn't have experience before. Some of them didn't have experience before with programming, and you have some part of them who were more advantaged, who were able to like work better and have people who guide them through technology. But the main thing here is that you can see how vibe coding isn't just like letting the people to write stuff and create products faster, but like at the same time it gives an idea to the children to do stuff they want and they need. From this whole group, I have two people that I remember the most, or three, let's say. One of them is an autistic child who couldn't write and, let's say, couldn't write and communicate with people in general. It was hard communicating with them, and they had like special needs, but they did one of these Morse code projects. I don't remember which one right now. They did that not alone, but like they had this kind of teamwork. They grouped with someone in that team, uh, in the scouts, who helped them with the stuff they wanted. So he was talking with them. I want to do this and that, and his friend was typing it, and they worked on the program together. This kind of stuff you don't have it in more competitive area. So it was kind of, this is volunteering and this is scouts. So here in the scouts you talk about teamwork, you talk about how you help your others, how you be a good scout and good citizen in the community. At the same time, you have this vibe coding, which is like lowered the bar to enter into programming. Without those two things together, like some kind of values for teamwork, and without having the bar low enough down to let people do stuff together, it would be hard to have this kind of collaboration. So because like one of the children can get bored when they are just like coding for a long time, and the other one is just like not seeing a result. But like with live coding, you can just like see it immediately. And I remember another one who just like made a website for his family, and then we have one of the group who didn't have any thing about or didn't have any idea about programming in general or vibe coding, and he was like, hey, I'm able to do this kind of stuff, I will do this and that for my family and stuff like that. So you have this kind of encouragement that usually you don't find it anyway outside or before the age of vibe coding and in general. So this is the most important thing I think from this here, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in another video in the future as well. Thank you. Enjoy your time.